Hello, it is Arsula, and welcome back to more Super Paper Mario. In the last episode, it was more of a lore dump that we were doing as part of one of any undisclosed number of lore dumping videos. Today, we're back for another lore dumping video. Now, I did say I was going to do an audio recording and just have the game running in the background, but I realized it works easier for me if I actually have the game in the background. So, let's just go around the couple cities and I will talk a little bit about everyone that's there. Okay, well, actually, right now we are in Flopside's pit of, near Flopside's pit of 100 trials, which, like the Flipside pit we were doing yesterday, is just here, and it is pretty difficult to work with. So let's go back up. Actually, you know what? Let's go unlock some more stories while we're at it. So while we're going up, let me just talk about it. So once again, both Flipside and Flopside are opposites of each other. Kind of really like how good side must always have a dark side to it, kind of like that. Now, if you think about it, you'll think that there's nothing here. But in Flipside, there is a pond here. And if there's a pond in Flipside, then there's a pond in Flopside. Oh, Dashel works underwater too. Good to know. If you press 1 and 2 together, your menu comes so you can't jump and use Dashel. But you do get this. And this guy is Flam. He sells maps. I believe you can only have 8 maps on you, but you know what, we're doing it regardless. Buy another map from this chap. He randomly gets different maps in there. And the number of coins that it takes for the map to sell is the number of coins, or probably about the worth of the treasure. Well, let's grab another map while we're here. Okay, that's all the maps we're taking for now. I know. And these little shops are called Itty Bits. They sell a bunch of just random items in here. I don't think we have any storage room for any of them, but you also can't see 194 Itty Bits. Let's see checkpoints. 21 shop points. Yay! I have been to the shop 24 times, or about 21 different things. Also, fun fact, if you go stand on water while you're tiny as with Dottie, you actually will not sink. You won't even do anything. Well, I mean, you won't do anything for a second. Until, well, you sink, but... Well, thankfully in this game, Mario can breathe underwater. He just can't be in 3D forever. Which, funnily enough, if you spend a lot of time in the Summer Kingdom and you finish all the 100 trials there, you get cards that will essentially allow you to stay in 3D forever. Yeah, so Mimi can do it, forget who she is, their true identity shrouded mystery. Sometimes, yeah, some say she's a failed pixel experiment of the ancients. Others say that she's an unintended creation of a witch who is researching potions that allow shapeshifting. If you ever meet her, could you ask her for me? I don't think Mimi wants to talk about that, but sure. And the thing is, yeah, you can come here and you can get CDs, gift boxes. But if you go to Flipside and you do this one, Flipside's version has a casino that you can go to that you can play a couple games in. A little bit of rumors. I wonder if this guy has writer's block or is it the one in Flopside? Okay. Old news, yeah. Okay, so this is not the guy that has writer's block. So also, the people's personalities are flipped too between Flipside and Flopside. So, that writer we saw down there, the one whose magazine is doing absolutely amazing. In Flipside, that guy has writer's block and can't get through anything. Is this the couple that are madly in love with each other, or do they hate each other? You're gonna get married? Don't get hitched. Yeah, these two are just bitter about each other. Marriage is a lot harder than you think. Save your coins for tying the knot. Oh, he bought cards. You know what? While we're here, we might as well go card shopping too. Dillis is fun, so are the kids. And if you go through here, if you go through this crack in the wall, you can access the other side. Is this the kid talks about? What can I do to live as long as you? Talk about people a lot for relief stress. This makes perfect sense, but I get stressed out listening to you gossip. Psst. It's locked. I forget where you can get the key from, but you can get the key for that house. This guy sells cards. It's a lovely story he's got here. Obviously, you can hop behind his desk. There's tiny little things you can do in 3D sometimes. You got luck. You got a new card today. If you buy a caught card, you can grab certain cards that are just there. And if you buy catch card as P, that's a much stronger card. Sell a card. Let's go see if we have any doubles. We can sell doubles. If we want, we can sell any of these. Ooh. Collectible. I have oh, that one sells for 32 coins. I was about to say I have 32 of them. No. Some of these, though, are really good. Like a Fluorocragnian sells for 40. You might as well go and sell that. Like, what are you gonna do? Especially because you can't kill them. Yeah, I'm sure. You can keep them. Actually, while we're here, we might as well go see. Some of these are extreme collectibles, and you do not want to sell them. Peach 2 and Bowser 2, those are them in their wedding dresses. You do not want to sell those either. I do believe that's it then. Okay. But, you know, there's tiny little things you can do in Flipside and Flopside that give a little bit of extra charm to the city. Let's go through here. And do you have to go the whole way? You do not have to go the whole way. So, if you don't have that pipe connecting Flipside and Flopside, this is normally how you would enter. You would enter through the mirror hall. Actually, let's go see some of these ancients, shall we? And this is Merlimbus. She's a pretty one, yeah. She is a direct ancestor of Merlovely and Merlee, who we can see. Merlee lives in Flopside, and Merlovely lives in Flipside. Merlovely can tell you your fate and fortune, I think, and Merlee's just there. Merlite is designed Flipside. He is the ancestor of Merlin. Oh, I like him. I forgot his name, but I do like him. Yeah, Merlu is Dark Prognosticus, or Light Prognosticus, because Light Prognosticus was created to stop the Dark Prognosticus. And our favorite, Merlumina. Merlumina gossips a lot. She's wise, but she also... Oh yeah, she's a very romantic woman, and she'll tell you about her romantic adventures, if you will. Let's go see. Some of the maps might also have... Oh, yep, see? Something there. Okay, but we are actually... That's actually on this side of it. So if you use Fleep, right about... Was it in the middle? Oh, right in the middle of Merlumina. Okay. So, you might be wondering where are those rainbow cubes. The rainbow cubes disappear as soon as you do the puzzle. But if you have an idea of where the map is telling you stuff are, you can do it. Okay, that's level 1 of Flipside. The map shows a house, and it slowly starts taking you through the levels of a game. And you do have to know where some of these are. That was, I think, one of the main ones I haven't finished, as well as collecting all catch cards. But you don't really get anything for collecting all the catch cards, I think. But there's so many things that are accessible to you only in 3D. Oh, also, my favorite ability of Peach. So one, Peach can float, right? But then she can also cover herself with her umbrella. And so that's fun too. Tippi has a lot of witty dialogue. It's pretty fun. Catch cards here. And this house is unlocked, and this guy will tell you about his adventures. He has things from everywhere. Let me tell you what some of these are from. That vase is from the second world. This, one of the meow cats is from world 3. This is from world 1, because that's near Watchet's place. You smell flowers, dangerous flowers. But I'm tired of that. I do not wish to bore you. If it pleases you, come and visit me another time. Okay, cool. Have fun, my guy. Let's go figure out what this kid and her grandma have to say. What do you need to do to live as long as you? That seems, my dear, don't talk badly of others. I write a nasty note, but I never say a thing. They're so cute. Oh, there's so much charm to everyone here. And then there's the kid whose goldfish we kind of just kept trapped underwater. So, yeah, as we saw yesterday, this is Garson's place. Garson sells milk and Carson sells coffee. Okay. This is Captain Gills. His ancestor. He's a cute fish that the boy on the third floor loves. He seems happy and much better than Bull. Oh no, his name is Captain Gills. Captain Gills either killed his friends or his ancestors, because that's some skeletons down there. It's not fun. Now this is Flim. He finds stuff that he doesn't even know where he gets it. He says the most random stuff. Oh, cute. Do we buy it? Yes, no, maybe so. Not right now. So you want nothing? Color me flustered. Yeah, his inventory does change pretty often. But we do like him for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it in Flipside and Flopside. Now, about these two cities. Oh, the void, the lovely void. I don't want to jump through the void. Oh, also, the Tribe of Darkness does have a random castle in the middle of the forest somewhere. Funnily enough, that's the castle that Flopside takes you to once you get the 8th Pure Heart. It drops you off at Castle Bleck. Now, see, the thing is, with Flipside and Flopside, these are the types of dimensions that you can access a lot of places with. But the problem with accessing so many places is that, once again, it makes you susceptible to a lot of places coming and attacking you, which is why you have both Flipside and Flopside, light and dark. Which is why you have a light prognosticus to counteract the dark prognosticus, and so on and so forth. Now, let's talk about pixels, okay? Our pixels here. Lovely things these pixels are. But once again, so they were created once upon a time by the Tribe of Ancients to have like different powers and different specialized skills. Okay, so like flips. Oh my god, Boomer is a bomb. Slim makes you as thin as a paper, and also pretty much invisible. Thirdly, you can ground pound. Carry carries you around. Most of these names are self-explanatory. Kudge is your big favorite hammer. So yeah, this is how you do hammer in this game. Other Paper Mario games just give you hammer. Dottie makes you tiny. Barry is one of the optional pixels that you can get, and he makes a little spiky barrier around you, hence Barry. Dashel is also one of your optional pixels, and you can get him by completing the Flipside Pit of 100 trials, and he'll make you run fast. There is also another optional pixel. Her name is Piccolo. I love Piccolo. I think she's a cutie. She plays sound effects for everything you do. You can't pick up people, but you can like pick up random objects. And also, one time as a kid, I named my character Dimentio. So I didn't realize that you can do. So when I saw the records thing, I was like, oh, I wonder what that's for, and I wonder why it said Dimentio. And I was wondering why no one online was talking about it. Then I realized, oh, I named my save profile Dimentio. Yeah, obviously. So this lovely thing, what's it called? Elevator takes you all the way up. And it takes you to all the different floors and levels you have. And we have up until World 5. World 1 is Line Lamp. That's where you get the ability to flip. World 2 is where Merlee happened. And you meet Mimi. World 3 is where you actually fight Dimentio properly for the first time. You also get Tippi stolen from you. World 4 is Space. World 5 is the Cragnons, and we got the Pure Heart. So actually each thing has the Pure Heart on top. That means you put the Pure Heart in the pillar and you can get it. So we have Pure Heart number 6 with us, I believe. Chapters. Oh yeah, so we already did chapter 5. We already got all of them. That's also a very quick handy thing to tell you what on all you've done. But yeah, so that's that. Oh yeah, okay. So let's talk about everyone. Nastasia's story is that Count Bleck found her as a human, turned into a bat, and sorry, I'm giving spoilers. A man who lost a woman he's loved was looking around for her, okay, and he sees a bat in a cage, and he goes and he saves the bat, okay. So when he goes to sleep for the night, he hears a woman's voice being like, "Oh my goodness, thank you." And it turns out the bat had changed into the same species as the man who had saved her, and she swore loyalty to him ever since. It's also said that Nastasia just really loves Count Bleck, like, a lot. Like, very, very affectionate of him. And apparently Carson says he's jealous whenever he hears that. So I'm like, I get it. Nastasia's a pull. She looks good. Mimi is a shape-shifting spider. She's very scary. Ochunks, once again, was a loyal honorary general. His people died. Dimentio. Oh, actually, I remembered this afterwards. Dementia once again went to Count Bleck, right? And the Count Bleck actually turned him away before reading of someone like him in the Dark Prognosticus. Now the question is, why is Dementio, who is supposed to be just a random minion, mentioned in the Dark Prognosticus? Something is wrong there. And later we figure out what exactly is wrong. Well, if you're watching this, you're gonna get the spoilers regardless, because this is lore dumping. And I believe I mentioned this last video too. Dementio is your true bad guy. And so let's talk about World 8 for a minute. Actually, let's go change to Peach. I'm fine with her falling asleep. And let's do Carrie. So we'll be on Carrie and we'll fall asleep. So, where are we? Yes, so let's talk about Castle Bleck for a minute. So after you collect all your pure hearts, after Timpani realizes, okay, Count Bleck is actually the man that she loved, and after she goes and she tells Merlin, hey, you know, this is probably going to be the last time I see you and everything, you have everyone's goodbyes. After putting pure heart in, everyone goes up to the Tower of Flopside, because that's where the door takes you. So you go up to the top of the Tower of Flopside, the big black tower. Don't mind me yawning, oh my goodness. But you stand there, and you hear everyone give you this big pep talk, like, hey, you guys are gonna do this, you're gonna go to Castle Bleck, you're gonna save the world. The thing is, as soon as you go into Castle Bleck, one is pure black, to every enemy is there. Oh, also a thing with the enemies in this game, they're all wearing glasses. Oh, see look how cute she is when she falls asleep, and Timpani goes and lands in her hair. I wonder if they do the same for Bowser, but anyways. So, first section you go through, and it's just a bunch of power-hungry enemies. Mainly you're gonna have to defeat them using Bowser, okay? So by this point you have all 4 party members back, okay? By the end of World 7 you have all 4 party members back. But you go through, you use Bowser, and then Bowser disappears. Alright, so you fight all Chunks, and then the castle starts collapsing, because once again, the void has become pretty unstable, and it's especially unstable near Castle Bleck. So it's gonna start attacking itself too. So part 1 of that castle disappears. So Bowser shoves Peach, Mario, Luigi away, telling Mario and Luigi, hey, you better keep her safe, otherwise I'm gonna kill you from the grave. Okay? And so Chunks is like, no, you better kill me, man. I want an honorable death. You know, killing me would actually be good for you. And Bowser's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna let you die. And so both of them, in a game of macho, hold up the roof that is actually falling, and both of them, like I said, you hear from the next room, you hear the ground shake, and you hear the roof fall, and so that's it. You believe Bowser and Chunks are dead. Okay, and then you move on, you go through the whole section with Mimi. Now, Mimi's section, she makes it sound like, oh yeah, hi, it's me, Merlin, I'm here. I am just here to ask you a bunch of random, totally, normal questions. And she'll ask you, like, what are you afraid of? What things do you not like? There's actually, you can tell her things you're actually afraid of, or you can go with the game answers, like the little giveaway answers, like, oh, I'm so scared of Goombas, and I really hate food mistakes. Now, food mistakes are the same as a dried mushroom here. They only give you 1 HP, and ideally you don't want a mistake in your inventory, but, things happen. You give a wrong recipe, you make a wrong recipe, you get mistakes. You can say, oh, I'm really afraid of mistakes, and I really don't like Goombas. Oh, and I hate this. Now, you can actually pick enemies that will challenge you. She does give you 2 actual challenging answers, but there is a gamified answer, too. But you pick all of those. You go through her 3 trials, which she does of the things you say you supposedly hate. And then you go and you fight her, and she's like, oh, come on, you lied to me this whole time. And then she swaps into the spider version of her, with all 8 legs. And you have to jump on her, and so all the legs come off one by one, right? Then you finish it, and once again, that section of the castle starts fading. And so Peach is like, okay. She sends Mario and Luigi to the next room. She's like, I'm coming. And then she sees, the thing is, there's a hole in the ground, okay? And you can see her and Mimi, like, Mimi has fallen to the hole, Peach is holding onto the ledge, and Mimi's like, Peach, you should just make sure that I fall. And Peach is like, obviously I'm not gonna let you do that. And so it said that both of them also get crushed by the roof. And so Luigi and Mario are next, and this time the fighting one is Dimentio. Now, Dimentio loves illusions. He is a jester, after all. So you have mirrors that you can walk through, sometimes passageways that look like mirrors but are actually doors and passageways that you can't find anywhere else. Ugh. There. And so you go through that, you fight Dimentio, and then Luigi disappears with Dimentio, and you think Dimentio does the box thing and he kills both of them. And so you're left with just Mario in your party. And you make it to the end, you get to Count Bleck, and you think everyone is dead. I mean, you were there with Timpani, of course, but everyone else is dead, you think. And then everyone comes in, all the pure hearts activate, and you fight Count Bleck, you defeat Count Bleck, right? And then Timpani is talking to Count Bleck, Count Bleck is talking to Timpani, he's like, it's too late for me, I am too old for you, you need to go live a good life. It literally reminds me of Edmond Dantes and Mercedes for some reason. Or not Mercedes, Edmond Dantes and Haiti from Count of Monte Cristo, one of my absolute favorite books. But you have that. And then Anastasia comes in and sensing something in the background, she's just like, hey, get out of the way, someone's gonna kill you. And so she takes the blast that Dimentio was aiming at Count Bleck, and Dimentio's like, oh, see, you foolish woman, why would you do that? I was just about to give him the death he was so kindly asking for. And so he comes, he's just like, well, now that you all have used your pure hearts, let me just... And he takes control of the Chaos Heart. And then he snaps his fingers, and you see the floral sprout on Luigi's head, and he's like, see, while everyone else was panicking and dying, I, made my life easier, because the man in green mentioned in both, of course, is none other than our dearest friend Luigi. And so he gets Luigi on his side, and he transforms into Super Dimentio, which is a really fun boss fight, one of my favorite boss fight musics in existence. And once again, you don't have the pure hearts, you just use them against Count Bleck, so obviously he thinks he can get away with it. Meanwhile, everyone is transported to Dimentio's little lovely dimension, Dimension D. Dimension of his own creation that multiplies the person's power by 256. Which is literally, once it doesn't multiply literally by anything. And also, if it multiplies your own power by 256, it multiplies your enemy's power by 256. It multiplies everyone's power by 256, but that's a World 3 dilemma. But then everyone there, it is like, oh my goodness, we're all here, we can't do anything. And Timpani's also there, by the way, so it's literally just Mario, Peach, and Bowser by themselves, without Timpani, trying to figure out the whole, Pure Heart, how to defeat Super Dimentio without anything situation. But everyone there is like, oh, see, we used all the pure hearts, what are we gonna do? But because Blumir and Timpani by then had reconciled, all the hearts came back, and Timpani is like, you see, pure hearts aren't there for a second. They are within us. It's that purity, it's that kindness that's within us that makes these pure hearts manifest. So they go back down, they use the power of the pure hearts to weaken Super Dimentio's invincibility, and you fight Dimentio. You don't have Luigi's super jump, but you do still have Peach, Mario, and Bowser, and you defeat Super Dimentio. And after you defeat Super Dimentio, and you go through a whole lecture of everyone telling Dimentio, yeah, no, we're gonna leave you in a footnote to where you're not even gonna be powerful, and everyone will remember that this was fucked up. This was messed up. And so that happens. But Dimentio leaves back a little bit of his power to control the Chaos Heart. And so, losing that little bit of power to control the Chaos Heart, he dies. But obviously, it's enough of his power to ensure that all worlds are destroyed. And so, what Blumir and Timpani have to do is actually get married to essentially save the world. And so, there's a little wedding chapel that he has in Castle Bleck. And I ask, oh, where did this kind of wedding chapel come from? It's too convenient, blah, blah, blah. This is the same wedding chapel where Bowser and Peach had their wedding to create the Chaos Heart to begin with. So, Blumir and Timpani go up there, they get married, both of them disappear, but so does the Chaos Heart. And it is said that Blumir and Timpani are living their happy life somewhere after the poor Anastasia. The thing was, the poor girl was really in love with Count Bleck, and she does not get her happy ending with Count Bleck, but she manages, she gets okay. her and Ochunks officially do become a thing later, because Ochunks is like, I like her, I'm gonna ask her, I'm gonna make her happy. And so he does that. Mimi ends up going back to Merle's mansion to work, and officially there this time, instead of actually just trying to kidnap Merle, but she works there. Everyone is happy, everyone has a good life. Our heroes, they all have a good life too. But we just come back to Flipside, and that's that. Love Bee, for some reason, no one knows how, but she comes back to Granby and JD's, head of the over there and under there, and they are able to be their cute little family again, which is absolutely adorable and makes my heart melt every time I see it. Squirps is also happy too. If you go through the entire woe zone and you go back to Squirps, Squirps is happy. He's just like, yay, you guys saved the world and you're here. And so he gets happy because his friends are back. Who else? That's really the main endings I can think of. Oh yeah, and then Francis, if you go by Tiptron, he'll be like, oh yeah, but you come back and Merlin expects to see Tippi, and he doesn't see Tippi. He's like, oh, where did she go? And then you tell him the entirety of Tippi and Timpani and Blumiere. And Anastasia has her whole meltdown, being like, oh, but I loved him and he's gone and he won't come home. But Anastasia's she just loves the guy too much. It's not like they're all inherently evil, other than Dementio. Dementio's a psychopath. But, oh, the void is pretty. Okay, but let's talk about the Pixel Uprising. Right, back to the Pixel Uprising. So, like I said before, there were 12 original Pixels, okay? And they all had their own power. Now, the apprentices of the Tribe of Ancients figured out you could make more. But as all good things go, some people get over-dependent on it. Like, people get over-dependent on AI and smartphones, right? And they lose their ability to do stuff. So eventually, the Pixels, led by one big pixeled Pixel Queen, decided to essentially overthrow the entirety of the Ancients. And so that led to a whole war, and most of those pixels ended up being destroyed. Now, the Pixel Queen, it is said the one who led the uprising, was actually not a pixel at all, but had the spirit of a human woman. So the magician who once created the pixels had a wife, a son, and a daughter. Now, his wife and son were killed. And so in that rage, he put the spirit of And so in that rage, he put the spirit of them into the magician put his spirit into the Pixel Queen, and so came out of the Pixel Queen. Now, Carson says, obviously, that the daughter of the magician would have been so embarrassed and, hurt by what her father tried to do. But it is said that the son of the magician miraculously came back to life after the Pixel Uprising. Now, what could have happened to the son? I don't know. My personal theory, Dementio is the son of that magician who supposedly died and came back to life after that end of the Pixel Uprising. I mean, it explains a bunch of his magical abilities, and also, the first time you meet Dementio, Tippi recognizes him. She's like, oh, aren't you that ... She never tells you what she's thinking, and you never see it anywhere else. But my idea is that Tippi has heard of Dementio before, and she knows that Dementio is the son of that magician. Okay, so that is Dementio. That's a bunch of the lore that I know. So now let's just go through the lore of a bunch of the other worlds. The Stammer Kingdom, their whole thing is fighting and honor and that, and so they have 100 soldiers that you can battle doing one by one, and ideally, when you get through 100, you're supposed to get the Pure Heart. But obviously, the world ends and you're not able to get the Pure Heart. But that's an interesting little bit in and of its own. And it's cute. I love the art style of this game. I love all the characters of this game. I like how Count Bleck and Ollie from Origami King, which I might play through one day on here. I don't know. Potentially. But if not, I mean, I'm still going to yap about it a bit. So if you don't want Origami King spoilers, then you can stop here, because I'm just going to yap about both of them for a bit. But, funnily enough, also, Dementio and King Ollie have the exact same colors, and they're both the bad guys. I just thought that was cute. But anyways, Count Bleck and Ollie both are original final bosses in the Paper Mario games, because every other Paper Mario game has Bowser as a final boss. And while we do love Bowser as a final boss, it's also much more fun when Bowser joins your team. I think personally that's kind of cute, and I loved both of the games for having Bowser join your team for a tiny bit. I mean, this game he joins it for a majority, same with that game. or not majority, but like a good chunk of it you play with Bowser being stapled, but it's fun. But King Ollie and Count Blumiere both ended up doing the wrong things because they loved people so much. Like, Ollie was like, or not because they loved people so much. Ollie did his based on a misunderstanding. He thought the scribble on his chest, well, if you saw, if you see my profile picture, that was actually part of a sign that I did, but the whole point of that was, King Ollie had a scribble on his chest that the master craftsman wrote on him, saying, "Oh, may you grow to be a kind and wonderful king," or I forgot the exact words, but essentially, may you grow to be a kind and beautiful king, kind and beautiful, just king. And Ollie thinks that the guy was insulting him, and so he turned the world into origami, mainly so that his sister and that anyone else would not have to go, any other origami would not have to go through that. Because this is the guy that made him, right? The guy that made him scribbled on his paper. What do you mean? So he got upset about that, and he essentially turned the world into origami. But he loved his sister so much that he made her a throne. He folded her using a fold of life, and he made it so that she would be able to rule alongside him. He loved her so much that when she came with Mario to destroy him, he's just like, why would you betray me like this? That's that. Count Bleck did this all for the girl he loved. He's just like, the girl I loved is dead. I'm going to destroy the world because I cannot find it in my heart to live. But also, he was so mad at his father because he's like, you took her away from me. You and everything beautiful in this world deserves to die. Because Timpani was the one who showed him the beauty of the world. And I think that is the beauty of this game. This game and Origami King, they both make you see the beauty of the world, and they make you see what happens because of one tiny thing, the power that one person holds. Ollie loved his sister so much that he was willing literally to sacrifice the whole world to have her rule next to him in Origami Kingdom. Blumiere loved Timpani so much that he was willing to risk everything, take the Dark Prognosticus, which literally has the darkest, most powerful magic in existence. He's willing to take that into his hands, knowing the risks, and become evil to destroy the world just because his love was dead. And that, I think, is part 2 of 2. If I come up with anything else, it'll probably just be an audio recording that will actually be an audio recording this time. But otherwise, anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Once again, this has been Arsula at Super Paper Mario. I will leave you with Peach sleeping on Timpani for one more second. And also the music in the background. See y'all.